of Commissioners the board meeting of the Morrison County Commissioners to come to order. Please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Next on our agenda would be additions and deletions to the agenda. All right. Okay.
Mr. Chair, second.
Motion by Commissioner Winter, second by Commissioner Blaine to approve the agenda. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Employee recognition. Administrator LeBlanc.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll invite Tony up with two of our newest, or one returnee and one new employee.
Old is new again.
That's right.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Tony.
So, one old and new employee. Mitch Tavares, worked for Morrison County for 11 years, left for February of 24 from Mille Lacs County, came back about a year later. So,
Perfect.
been back full-time
Welcome
in
back.
jail since February.
Thank you for coming back.
Next, Bridget Trotwin. She's originally from McGregor, graduated of Bemidji State, was a school teacher at Mary of Lourdes, and so started out part-time and moved up already to the three-quarter time. So she just joined us, so let me see here.
May. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you
It goes well.
working for us, being part of the family.
And that, we'll let you get to it.
Well, thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Have a
Have
great
a great
day.
day.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Is that all you got, Matt?
That's it, Mr. Chair.
Approval of the consent agenda. Is there anything anybody would like removed for further discussion? What's the wish of the board?
Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion made by Commissioner Blaine, second by Commissioner Casper. Discussions? Hearing none, this will be a roll call. Commissioner Blaine?
Aye.
Commissioner Casper?
Aye.
Commissioner Winter?
Aye.
Commissioner Moran?
Aye.
Myself, Commissioner Lemire, be an aye. Motion carried. Number 6, pretrial probation and parole week proclamation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This morning I have the honor of reading a proclamation to you. So I will just dive right in if that's all right.
Please do.
Whereas community corrections is an essential part of the justice system, and whereas community corrections professionals uphold the law with dignity while recognizing the right of the public to be safeguarded from criminal activity, and whereas community corrections professionals are responsible for supervising adult and juvenile offenders in the community, and whereas community corrections professionals are trained professionals who provide services and referrals for offenders, and whereas community corrections professionals work in partnership with community agencies and groups, and whereas community corrections professionals promote prevention, intervention, and advocacy, and whereas community corrections professionals provide services, support, and protection for victims, and whereas community corrections professionals advocate community and restorative justice, and whereas community corrections professionals are a true force for positive change in their communities, and now therefore be it resolved that the Morrison County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim July 20th through 25th as Pretrial Probation and Parole Supervision Week.
Thank you, Nicole. Gentlemen?
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Commissioner Blaine,
Second.
second by Commissioner Winter. Discussion? Commissioner Blaine?
Mr. Chair, I would want to echo the words underlined towards the end of this proclamation. A true force for positive change in our communities, and without these individuals who commit their work to making positive change, it is only fitting that we are here and recognize them.
Very well said, Commissioner Blaine. Anything else, gentlemen? Commissioner Casper?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, I'd like to thank you too, Nicole, and all your underlings. Thank you for all your work. You know, a lot of these folks that you see are hopeless, and you breathe life into them. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And Nicole, I'd like to say thank you to you and your team also. You're working on both sides. You're protecting the victims, and you're also trying to lift up the offender, and it's a noble profession, and we appreciate everything you do. Anything else, gentlemen? Got a motion and a second? All in favor of this motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Would you like a picture?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome.
Tab, do you want this?
Oh, Greg, what?
Thank you.
Yep, you go for it.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that.
Stacked them with you.
Good morning.
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 Well, you're very welcome.
We want you guys right, no, don't be hiding. Don't be hiding. Yeah, let us,
Sorry, I don't know where you want me.
right in the middle.
How's that?
No.
There you go. Wait, cover my belly.
And smile, actually, I think that's fabulous. Got it.
You guys have a wonderful day.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're gone. Oh, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. All right. Just give me a second, gentlemen. Up next, we have the Initiative Foundation update. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, Mr. Chair.
If you could state your name for the record, that'd be great.
Carl Newbanks, Vice President of Philanthropy with the Initiative Foundation.
Welcome.
Morning, Commissioners. I always appreciate the opportunity to get a few minutes of your time to give a quick update of the Foundation's activities in Morrison County. Happy to take any questions along the way, and I'll just take a few minutes of your time this morning. I'll be brief, but always like to start on that first page. The impact sheet in that bottom right corner kind of highlights the economic impact of our work. Those are numbers since 1986, of course, so you can see the 1,094 grants and the total and the grant making, the scholarships, the number of loans and the total lending in Morrison County, the jobs created and retained by those loans, the leverage, additional capital leverage as a result of those loans. Really great numbers, lots of economic impact we're very proud of. And we have 34 partner funds, component funds, donor advised funds, et cetera, that are active here in Morrison County. And so we're very happy to host those folks, those advisory teams. That includes the Morrison County Area Community Foundation, Little Falls Education Foundation, and a whole spectrum of other donor advised funds serving the area as well. And I'll just jump over and give some more recent numbers then, because those are since 1986, but I would just highlight on the back of that sheet. You have just a few more. That page 2 is just maybe some more specific information, the names of those funds, and a few highlights from some more recent projects and such. In the last 2 years in Morrison County, the Initiative Foundation and those charitable funds that I mentioned have awarded 154 grants in Morrison County. Total grant making in the last 2 years, $756,000 in Morrison County from our own funds and from those charitable funds that we host. Happy to have been a part of some really great projects in the area over the last few years. Grant making continues to be strong. We are a intermediary grant maker now for the Otto Bremer Trust. They now funnel a lot of their grant dollars through us. Along with that, though, they also provide the criteria through which those grants can be awarded. So we're happy to facilitate that. We want to go and capture those dollars and bring them into our region and put them to work. We don't always have total control over exactly what the criteria are for how those are awarded to nonprofits, but still, it's good dollars being put to good work in the region, so we're happy to continue to partner with them. We expect that to continue, although you never know for sure. But it's a great partnership. It brings a lot of nonprofit grant dollars into the region as well. So we're hopeful to see even more grant dollars being put to work here, maybe more than ever. We're optimistic about that relationship. We continue to work with other funders as well, the Target Foundation, of course McKnight, of course, other foundations across the region. More and more are kind of looking to the initiative foundations to be intermediaries for their work. And we're happy to see those relationships growing. We're optimistic, again, that we're going to be able to bring in even more external dollars and bring them into central Minnesota and put them to work in our nonprofit community here. So kind of exciting to see some of that on the horizon, especially when we look out, there's kind of a big question mark on that federal grant, that whole out on the horizon. We don't know what's out there. We've always had strong relationships with USDA and SBA and the CDFI fund, Department of Treasury. We don't know what's out there. Maybe everything continues, maybe it all goes away, but we're happy to see the relationships we've built with a lot of nonprofit foundation partners really maturing and bringing dollars into the region. So we're optimistic about the future. On the lending side, we're really pleased with the performance of our revolving loan funds. We continue to see high demand for our gap financing, which is primarily how we deploy that revolving loan fund. We don't ever want to compete with banks. If we make 10 loans, generally 9 of those loans are loans that bankers have come to us and said, this is a great project. It's going to be great for this community. We really want to see this happen. We're just not comfortable bearing the whole stack of capital. Can the foundation come in? Can you guys bring SBA in? Can we bring a few other folks in and put a project together? So always in collaboration with local lenders. Here in Little Falls, since 2022, we've been a part of 7 loan projects here in Little Falls itself. That's about $800,000 in lending, creating and retaining about 33 jobs in the area. We're really pleased to have been a small part of some bigger projects in the area and happy to see that revolving loan fund. Always remind everyone, most of the time, if people aren't engaging and using the revolving loan fund, it's just because that particular lender doesn't know that it's an option. So always remind people to spread the word and encourage people to reach out to the foundation if that project's going to need a little help. It's our mission. That's how we like to deploy those dollars. We do have some dollars through the CDFI fund and others that allow us to take a little more risk, et cetera, to really help move some projects forward that might not normally, move forward and find some funding. So happy to work in that way. A couple other quick highlights. We're going to be continuing to offer energy efficiency and community resiliency planning grants. These are up to $15,000 to support projects that advance clean energy adoption, improve clean energy infrastructure and resilience, or prepare communities for future energy challenges. That grant round is closing pretty quickly, August 1st, but we do expect it to come around again soon. We're kind of excited about some of those projects. We continue to offer economic development grants to cities, to counties, to local nonprofits, even as folks look to do economic development projects. And we continue to offer nonprofit capacity building grants as well. That's always been a staple of our work. We continue to offer our nonprofit capacity building program to build the capacity of local nonprofits. I think almost every nonprofit in Morrison County has been through that program 2 or 3 times as leadership rolls over or new board members come in and they need additional training. Last year in Morrison County, we trained 48 nonprofit leaders and served 17 nonprofit organizations. Just 2 last things to mention. We continue to work on childcare. We call this building access to affordable childcare. It's a struggle across our entire region, across all 14 counties. We continue to just do our best to get stakeholders together, to get folks together when they're looking for a solution. How can we help identify the solutions the community wants and help find funding to move those solutions forward? We feel like we're making progress, but you're all very well aware it's complicated and hard to find the right solutions for that. We do continue to offer scholarships for anyone wanting to get childcare credentials. Central Lakes College, or if they want to go south to St. Cloud Technical Community College, we have scholarships. We can fund that education for them if they're interested in getting childcare credentials. We are relaunching our Thriving Communities Initiative, which was a really popular program. It hasn't been around for 7 or 8 years, but it is a program that, again, gathers local community stakeholders and asks the question, what do you need to make your community thrive? What do you want to see? How do we help you identify that? And then how do we put some feet and some funding behind some of those projects? In the past, this was really neat. Some communities would say we need a park, or others had said we need a strong, community leadership team or a resiliency, program or whatever. Others had focused on disaster preparation projects. But again, it's centered on helping small communities identify what they want to implement to thrive and how can we get behind that and help make that happen. Last but not least, one of the more common questions I've been getting is related to Promise loans and grants. The program from DEED, we do expect to see a Promise grant program this year to give more grants to for-profit businesses. However, DEED hasn't told us the specifics yet, but they have told us that program is coming. So we're optimistic we're going to see those dollars and be able to put them to work here sometime soon, as well as we do have Promise loan dollars available as well. So qualifying small businesses with qualifying projects, there's a few stipulations there, but they can get lending dollars for their business at 3% for up to 20 years. So if you know any projects, small businesses in the area, and they're looking for that kind of capital, low interest, long term, we have those Promise loan dollars available from the state as well that we're anxious to put to work on the region. We don't like to see them sitting in our revolving loan fund. We'd rather see them, doing good work out on the street. So I could leave it at that for now. I know I covered a lot. Be happy to take any questions. And
Gentlemen, Commissioner Winter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Maybe it's a comment and a question. The comment I have, this is probably one of the initiative foundations where I hear the most from community members, small businesses, how you guys can help as, whether it's a small, $1,000 loan or $1,000 grant. This is such an important way to go about in getting your money. So my question is two things. You brought up, okay, nonprofit, but now it's for-profit. So if you're a small business, can you get a grant if you're in small business for profit? And then how does one go about, is there applications? Do they come and see the Initiative Foundation personally? Where does one begin with this?
For sure. So the only programs that we have that allow us to give grants to for-profit businesses would be the Promise programs through DEED. And so those are, I would just encourage businesses, if they are interested in, maybe they've got a Promise grant in the past or they're interested, have them reach out to our team. They can call our office and we can get them routed to the right person that can give them the details and let them know the criteria. We're optimistic. DEED has told us there will be Promise grant programs, just grants for-profit businesses. And again, we have the Promise loan dollars as well that are available.
And that's also, nonprofits the same way? I mean, is there
Yeah.
more hoops to jump through if you're a nonprofit or less hoops?
I would think less hoops if you're a nonprofit. We have several grant rounds, types of grants open at the same time for nonprofits. So we always encourage folks to hit the website and hit that grants page and see the different grant programs that are open right now, or maybe they're opening in a few weeks. And nonprofits can kind of look on there and feel like which program they're best aligned with, and then kind of jump into that application right online. Or call our office and talk to our program officers directly. They're always more than happy to help.
And that would be the same thing applying if you're looking to get a loan. too.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you. Great information. Again, great organization.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Just curiosity, Mr.
Commissioner
Chair.
Casper?
You maybe said it, Carl, but how long has the Initiative Foundation been around?
1986.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Blaine, got anything?
Well, Mr. Chair, I'll, first of all, say thank you, Carl, for taking your time to come in and visit with us, and you're always welcome here. But I would like to applaud you in your organization for the work that you do, especially not only in the nonprofit side of things. I think we have a society here locally in this region that has looked at being creative about addressing issues or projects or initiatives out there, and they have done that without going to local or regional or state units of government and say, here's my idea, fund this, and have really taken that initiative on themselves and said, we will look at addressing this through nonprofit status, to raise money that goes directly to the cause and the need out there. Your organization's ability to help individuals and groups out there understand how to make that happen as far as nonprofit status, to guiding them to possibly funding them, I think is extremely important. And I think, on the for-profit side, we see in your organization's magazine the difference that you've made in businesses throughout this region, and helping develop business in the rural sector out there, that keep people in our rural communities and look at keeping people for multi-generations, year two. And I want to thank you for the work that your organization does, your staff does, you yourself obviously too, and say you're welcome here in our boardroom anytime, and it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I just want to say thank you for being here today too, and the dollar amount that you pump into Morrison County is impressive, and the ability that you do and the opportunities you give to students and youth in Morrison County is very acknowledged by us that, schools have a tough time with their funding the way it is, and you provide a lot of scholarships to the schools, and we'd like to see that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, happy to do it.
Other than that, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you,
And,
thank you for your
look forward
support.
to seeing you again.
Great, anytime, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You guys too.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, Health and Human Services.
Morning, Mr. Chair, Commissioners.
Good morning, Nate.
Nathan Bertram, Health and Human Services Director, and I got a couple contract things for you. I'm trying to see.
Council of Aging will be first.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be on the 29th.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it says 29th at the top. So I would,
So if you're okay, Mr. Chair, we'll just push this to the 29th meeting?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, we'll move on to the next.
Sounds good. All right.
There it is.
Oasis.
all right, so contract with Oasis. So in 2023, legislation passed the local homeless prevention aid, which was dollars directly to the county to support housing, homelessness, sheltering of families and youth in their communities. And those dollars were directed to Health and Human Services. In 2023, we contracted all those dollars out to Oasis for sheltering and providing that work. During that first year, Katie Knettel and I kind of reviewed our own budgets during that time and realized that we could use some of those dollars internally to help support the work of our child protection team. So when we got our 2024 dollars, I should stop for 2 seconds. So these dollars are good for 2 years. So for example, our 2025 dollars that we got this year have to be spent by December 31st of 2026. So that being said, so our 2024 dollars, we decided that we were gonna use to support some of our child protection work. We spent roughly 20,000 of those dollars in 2024, leaving roughly 17,000 that need to be spent by the end of this year, otherwise they go back to the state. These $17,000, we've been working with Oasis to develop a plan for spending this year to support their work. And so the contract before you would be to contract with Oasis for these 17,000 and their efforts to support families and shelter youth and families in our area. And our plan going forward would be to do the same. So our 2025 dollars, which we're receiving this year, we're using internally for our own needs to support our child protection work. At the end of the year, we'll evaluate, see what dollars are left, and then look to probably contract with Oasis again. And I think that's a nice way of spreading those dollars out and supporting the community from both external resources and internally at the county. And with that, I will take questions.
Commissioners? And to spend these dollars, I read that there's stipulations she has to follow, and she's done this before. So this is just kind of a continuation of the same one that we started with. Okay.
Yep, this would be the second year in contract with her. And I'll also note, Attorney Mittendorf has reviewed both the contracts I'm bringing before you today.
And if those dollars aren't spent by the 31st, they come back to the county, and then we have to give them back to the state?
That would be accurate.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Mr. Chair, you're looking for a motion?
I
on this
would love to have a motion, Commissioner Blaine.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to approve this contract.
Motion made by Commissioner Blaine, second by Commissioner Casper. Discussions? Hearing none, this will be a roll call. Commissioner Casper?
Aye.
Commissioner Wincher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moran?
Aye.
Myself, Commissioner Lemire, will be aye. Commissioner Blaine?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, so the second contract, I'm not sure if historically, if this just usually was on consent. So, Morrison County Interagency Coordinating Council, or MICIC as it's usually referred to, is the collaboration of the 5 school districts, corrections, so Nicole's team, Mid-State Education District, and TCC. That was established in like 1993 through legislation there, and it's been around for a long time. Through that collaboration, there's a time study which dollars then float into that budget area, which offset this contract cost and the work that we do with MICIC, which is all focused on early intervention and school-based work. And so the contract before you today is with Northern Pines Mental Health for their school-based mental health services that they've been providing since 2011. I think the good news this contract year is they were able to find some additional grant funding, so our contract actually reduced 18.5% or $15,000 from last year. And so for this school year, the proposed contract rate will be $69,275. The MICIC board, which is the superintendents from each of the districts, Nicole and then myself, have approved moving forward with this contract. And so Morrison County as the fiscal host, I'm bringing it before you.
Commissioners?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Winter, second by Commissioner Casper. Discussion?
And if I may, Nate, what school districts is this?
This is Royalton, Swanville, Upsala, Little Falls, and Piers. And then Mid-State falls in there as well, and then TCC, which is our one of our early childhood centers.
And again, Mr. Chair, this is an important money well spent. It's for, the school districts for, like I say, mental health, anything. In Northern Pines, TCC, I've been board around all of them, and they do serve these communities very well. And it's I think, again, my opinion, is a very needed needed money.
Thank you, Commissioner Winter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, this will be a roll call. Commissioner Winter?
Aye.
Commissioner Moran?
Aye.
Myself, Commissioner Lemire, is an aye. Commissioner Blaine?
Aye.
Commissioner Casper? Aye. Motion carried. I thought I said you twice. Sorry.
No, you're all right.
Motion carried.
Mr. Chair, if I may, on just 2 other things.
Yes, please.
I think I'd note, since we were just talking about Northern Pines, we did use ARPA funds to do some behavioral interventionist work in the schools. I thought I'd let you know that those dollars were expended this school year. I am working with the supervisors at Northern Pine, hoping to come back in August to just kind of give you a recap of how those dollars were used and the amount of kids we served with them.
That'd be
So
great. Appreciate
hopefully to
that.
be back then.
That's great.
And then the last thing, in the beginning of May, we did the resolution to support our grant application to Sourcewell for the Children's Mental Health Initiative. I'm glad to say that we were approved for that grant, and those dollars have come to us for use as the Children's Mental Health Initiative in the Region 5 area. Next steps with that, again, this is to kind of continue our efforts in this because we started this project about 2 years ago, and so those dollars will be used with some of the current contracted providers that we have been working with to establish more services for youth in the community to kind of help serve them. This is an increase from our last 2-year grant cycle, so some of those dollars will likely be RFP'd out into the community again, as well as the 5-county area will probably look if there's some uses internally, we can use those as well. So I will probably be coming back to you with some of those updates as we get further down the road.
So Nate, that, you just said that those grant dollars, them ARPA dollars that we gave to the schools, that it's ending this year?
Mm-hmm.
Is that money that you're getting now, can that be used towards
It pot-
helping out with that?
it
if
potentially
it's shown that it does work?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else, gentlemen, for Nate? Thanks for that update, and we look forward to hearing from you about the other update.
Thank you, Nate.
All right,
Keep
thank
up
you.
the good work.
Thanks, Nate.
Yep.
Have a great day.
That to work. You're gonna get. All right.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members
Good
of the
morning,
board.
Shannon.
Shannon Coyle, Auditor Treasurer.
Good morning, Amy Kowalczyk, Land Services Director.
Morning, Amy. Good morning,
Good
Shannon.
morning.
So as you recall, last week at the planning session, Amy discussed with you the petition that we received by a resident in Morrison County to provide a name for an unnamed lake. So today I'm here to discuss with you the petition that was received and request an order for a public hearing. Looking at statute, if you approve the order today, we've got the public hearing needs to be held more than 30 days from today, so that would put us around the August 26th board meeting timeframe. However, we are requiring a $750 escrow from the petitioner to offset any costs we'll have for mailing, sending a mailing to adjacent landowners, and also 3 publications in the papers. So that timeline then will all depend on when we receive the escrow payment from the petitioner. So with that, I'm just asking for an order from you to move forward with the public hearing.
Commissioners? Motion by Commissioner Winter,
I'll second it.
second by Commissioner Moran. Discussion?
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Again, this was a highly unusual for them. Why are they, and again, you both did a great job explaining why they has to come in front of the board, but more importantly, you know, I don't need to leave the cat on the bag for the people in the paper or on the TV. Come to this public hearing, because it's very interesting why we, as a board member, has to approve this name or so. It's just like, wow, and again, if someone's interested, come to that public hearing, because I think it'll be very informative to them.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Amy.
the request would be to set the public hearing for August 26th, following your regular board meeting. If the escrow money is not received in time to provide notices in time for that meeting, we would need to be chatting with you again to reset that date.
Okay. August 29th, you said?
6th.
26th.
August 26th.
And I don't know, Mr. Chair, if you want to set a time. I know you've had other things following your meetings, and I think you've picked kind of a safe time, so.
Administrator LeBlanc?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, typically in like all meetings, we can start after, we just can't start before. So a lot of our budget meetings and that, we've usually set for 10 o'clock, not knowing how the board meeting agenda would look for that day. So I'd propose 10 o'clock, the 26th of August, for that public hearing.
Can we put that part of your motion, gentlemen?
Sure, I'd make that motion that we use that for the public hearing on the 26th. Is that a planning session or a board meeting?
That would be a board meeting.
So we'll just have to hurry up our board.
Oh, no.
And again, if
That's
I
so-
may, it was also discussed why we're putting it out. I believe it's gotta be in the paper for 3 weeks prior,
That's
correct?
correct.
Okay.
Are you good with amending that motion,
Yep,
Commissioner
I'll
Brand?
second it.
All right. Any other discussion? Hearing none?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you very much.
Amy, you get to stay with us.
All right, Mr. Chair, I have one item, and that is to consider the rezone request from Jason Polly. As you may recall, at the last Planning Commission meeting, he brought forward a request to rezone a parcel of land from rural residential to agriculture, specifically for the purpose of allowing an auto repair business to continue. This was recommended for approval by the Planning Commission, and now it's before you for discussion. Mr. Chair?
I'll make a motion for more discussion.
Motion made by Commissioner Winter. Second by
I can second.
Commissioner Casper. Discussion, Commissioner Winter?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, after, the board did a good job of vetting this here. This applicant has been in this business, and again, there's supposedly some confusion whether it was commercial, residential, or whatever, so that's being corrected. I think it's, another was brought up spot zoning. Is this spot zoning? Well, to the south of this residence and to the east is ag. You know, there's cornfields, bean fields, or whatever. And there was a couple things, the township weighed in, but they didn't give it a no or a yes. They just kind of gave their input. And you say, otherwise, these are small businesses that need to be, if approved, because this is just the first step of the rezone. It's just a rezone, they can't condition it, we all know that. And so if we do approve this, then he'll have to come for an after the fact, I believe, permit, interim permit, to have his business there. So that's, that's how we do it. So again, everything for me is all in line, so as I will be supporting this application.
Any other discussion? I just have a couple questions. I'm kind of on the fence on this one because obviously I think rural residential should maintain rural residential in character. I also don't want to take a guy's livelihood away from him either. But there was also discussion of like hot rodding going on and vehicle storage. Now, if we change this to agriculture, is it an interim use permit that he gets with this?
That's correct. So the use that he would be pursuing would be automotive repair, and that does require an interim use permit in the ag zoning district. So what we'd be looking at is the automotive repair. Everything else that's going on that property really is kind of outside of zoning jurisdiction. That's personal use of the property. And if that's being used in a way that, is disturbing to the neighbors, then the neighbors should be availing themselves of calling the sheriff's department or disturbing the peace. I can't zone that. For example, though, if they had a track that they had open to the public, then I could handle that. But if it's just their own personal use on the property, that isn't anything that
How about
we
like
regulate.
vehicle storage? We can regulate that.
Accumulation of vehicles, as you've seen in the past when we have looked at interim use permits in the ag zoning district, we have looked at conditions that would limit the number of vehicles, inoperable vehicles, scrap vehicles that are on the property associated with the automotive repair, because a lot of times those can easily morph into a junkyard situation. So that would be something we would address at the interim use permit application.
As well as oil,
Handling of
waste oil.
fluids,
And
correct. Handling and storage of fluids, tires, other automotive fluids, yes.
and it has an end date.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. I think that's all I got. Anything else, gentlemen? Commissioner
Chair,
Casper?
I just want to make sure I'm clear. So Amy, what you're telling us today, if we okay this, then he will have to appear to get an interim use permit
Yes, that is
at
correct.
another meeting?
Correct. If this
Okay.
rezone is approved, that opens the door to secure an IUP to continue the automotive repair. If the rezone is denied, then that is a use that is not allowed in the rural residential zoning district, and so then it would continue on as an ongoing enforcement.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And I would also like to say he had a couple neighbors come in and speak supportive of him, and the township, as Commissioner Winter said, they were pretty much, to me, they sounded like they were pretty neutral on this request. Anything else? We got a motion and a second? This is a roll call, and it needs to be a, but no? Yeah.
Oh, I thought just for discussion.
But that's the motion. You make the
Yeah,
motion.
Winter Casper.
Okay.
Okay, and then this gets super majority, correct, Amy?
That's correct.
So it's going to take 4 of us to pass. All in favor? Should I do a roll call?
Roll call, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
it's going to be a roll call. Commissioner Winter?
Aye.
Commissioner Moran?
Aye.
Commissioner Lemire, myself is an aye. Commissioner Blaine?
Aye.
Commissioner Casper?
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Chair.
Amy.
That's all I have for you.
Thank you, Amy. Have a great day. God bless you.
Administrator LeBlanc?
Mr. Chair, I don't believe I have anything for the board today. Pending any questions you may have of me?
Gentlemen, got any questions for Administrator LeBlanc? Hearing none, you guys have anything?
What dates for the reports?
Dates?
I'll tell you. July 20th through August 2nd.
July 20th, August 2nd. And who's up? Commissioner Blaine.
So on Tuesday, July 22nd, at 8:30 in the morning, there is a county planning session. That evening at 6 PM is a planning commission, Board of Adjustment meeting. For me on Thursday, the 24th, the exec board from Region 5 Development Commission will meet at 10 o'clock PM in Staples.
Did you say 10 PM?
Excuse me, 10 AM, I'm sorry. Thank you for catching that.
I'm sorry. Hey, could you tell me what meeting is that?
That is the exec board, the executive board of Region 5
Okay,
Development Commission.
thank you.
There is no Region 5 Commission meeting
Okay.
in July. On the 29th, Tuesday the 29th at 9 o'clock, we'll have a county board meeting. And that would round things out for me.
Thank you, Commissioner Blaine. Commissioner Casper?
Okay, I think the only thing I have is on Thursday, the 24th, I have Central Minnesota Council on Aging, and that is a virtual meeting. I think that is, did you pick up the Public Works meeting on Friday, August 1st?
Nope.
No, I did not. August, I didn't look ahead to those 2 days. I'm sorry, thank you. And I do have that on my.
Have anything on the 2nd?
I
That you know-
have a pancake feed in Freeport.
I'll be there.
If you want to eat free pancakes from the electric.
Thank you,
co-op.
Commissioner Casper. Commissioner Winter?
Okay, let me go back here. On Friday, the 25th, I have Soil and Water at 8 o'clock at Soil and Water. I'm gonna go back to the PCBOA. It looks like those are all, the planning and the Board of Adjustment are all in Commissioner Casper's district. So, and I think we got that. I'm covered the rest of the way.
Commissioner Moran?
Wednesday, July 30th, 1 o'clock, Emergency Services Board at St. Cloud City Hall.
And then Wednesday, 5 o'clock that evening here at the courthouse, the opioid settlement fund meeting.
30th?
Yes.
There is none there, yeah. This is the one, so right here, this is-
Is that to the township? No.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
So what Commissioner Moran is just referencing, the opioid meeting, that is our open house, if you will, to receive input from the community on the opioid funding that we received on the nationwide class action settlement. Yesterday morning, I mentioned on KLTF, I know that it was published in the paper as well this past week, but that as a fiscal host of those dollars, one of our requirements is to hold this annual session to receive input. And last year, we did it, and this will be the same. Looking for ideas of the 3 strategies: prevention, treatment, or other strategies to apply these dollars towards. So that meeting, as Commissioner Moran highlighted, is scheduled for the 30th of July at 5 p.m. here in the county boardroom.
Perfect, thank you. And I got... $22nd? No. 29th. The 30th, I have HRA, 9 o'clock. And that's it.
That's all I have.
Mr. Chair, can I mention one other thing?
Absolutely.
Because it was noted that our employees would enjoy commissioner interaction. Next Tuesday, we'll have the summer barbecue, the County Employee Association will have their summer barbecue. And in seeing and noting that, I think I'm gonna engage in that,
Perfect.
too, that morning. Looks like a good opportunity for us to visit with employees, and after the board did the employee breakfast, I think this is a great way we can let them know how much we appreciate by
Make
reciprocating.
sure you open your wallet. And make sure we put that on the calendar,
Yep.
July 22nd.
11:30 till 1 o'clock next Tuesday, we have a planning
And
session.
where is it gonna be located, this?
Right in the employee break room, Mr. Chair, that's where they will serve out of,
Yep.
on the lower level across from Community Corrections.
And if it's really nice outside, we'll be out on the grass.
Yep,
So John better make sure it's shady.
yep. And the picnic table clean. Anything else, gentlemen?
2 things.
Yes,
One,
go ahead.
A week from this coming Saturday is Platte River Days in Royalton, so that's on the 26th, so come enjoy the parades, all the good things. And then 2, I have a question. Hands of Hope is no longer in the old courthouse, correct?
That's correct, Mr. Chair. They have relocated near the bowling alley over where the school district is. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Hands of Hope.
I'm sorry. Tabitha just corrected me. Hands of Hope is in the courthouse. Oasis relocated.
Oasis, that's why it triggered me, because we were talking about Oasis.
Yeah,
They're-
Oasis is the ones that
there we
moved.
go.
Yeah. And on Hands of Hope, and I guess on that note, because if somebody does come to the historic courthouse looking for Hands of Hope, we are conducting that remodel, so there is some shuffling around, so please bear with us during this time. But Hands of Hope is in the historical courthouse.
Very good. Anything else? Hearing none, meeting adjourned.
Good job, Mr.